Hey, how you doing? We are cooking some global southern deliciousness today. Sweet Savant, that's me, Anise, Jordan, those my kids. And we're teaching them how to cook a cowboy ribeye steak because they're spoiled and they eat cowboy ribeye steaks. And this is your cowboy ribeye. It's got that nice long handle on there so you can eat it like a caveman. Anise is going to get started with seasoning our steak on both sides and all around the edge. So you go ahead on to that. And the ribeye, take a look, it is literally a rib. Then you have this center portion is the eye, surrounded by fat, and this spinalis dorsi muscle, or the cap, which is known as, keep going, turn it, flip it, pat in that seasoning really good so it doesn't fall off. Great. Yep, and you can, don't worry about salting it too much. This is a thick piece of meat. It's about 2.5 to 2 3/4 inches thick, so it can take a lot of salt and seasoning. Now it is best to salt it all over and let it sit in your fridge for a day, even 2 if you like, but we're going to cook it right away. It ain't going to hurt nothing. So we're seasoning it with my special blend of seasonings. There's some kosher salt in there, coriander, little red pepper flake, some garlic, dehydrated garlic, and black pepper. So Anise is going to season that up all over. Good. And we're going to bake it. We're doing a reverse sear. So reverse sear is when you bake it in the oven first, let it come up to the temperature that you like. We're going to cook this to medium, which is about 135 degrees in the center. And then we're going to take it out, let it rest for 30 minutes, and then we're going to sear it on this hot griddle. Lovely. So in order to ensure that we get to 135 degrees and not overcook it, we're going to use this thermometer, so probe thermometer, and we can set it to the temperature that we want. And in order to make sure that we cook the steak to our preferred temperature, which is medium, we're going to use this probe thermometer. We're going to set it for 135 degrees, and it's got an alarm that'll go off when it reaches that right temperature, so we don't have to guess and keep opening and closing the oven trying to figure out if our steak is done. So go ahead and stick that probe right in the center, straight through. And I'm going to set the alarm. And then we can stick it in the oven. Here, you can come around this side. I'll hold this. You come around this side and put this in the oven. And this stays outside of the oven. How hot is it? 300 degrees. And it's going to take probably about an hour. You can close that door. So this stays outside, and the alarm will go off when your steak is ready. We'll let it rest, and then we'll sear it on our griddle. So I'm going to, through the magic of television, show our prepared steak. So after it rests, that's what you get. So it's cooked to 135 degrees and rested. Now we're going to sear it on this hot griddle. Good? All right, Jordan, you're going to take over. So you're going to sear it. Thank you. Get this out of the way. And you're going to make sure that your griddle is nice and hot. Let's sear some onions too, because who doesn't like onions with their steak? Okay, that's not going to cook because it's on top. Let's go, man, let's go. You can also, if you take that miso, spray it with a little oil, so that way, yeah. And that's not aerosol, so you don't have to worry about spraying like an aerosol spray on there. This miso, we put our own grapeseed oil in there, and you just pump it up Then you can spray your cooking surface or your food, and you don't have to worry about chemicals or anything like that. So this is great to have on hand. So we're going to let that sear for about 1.5 to 2 minutes on each side. While that's searing, we're going to go on with our sides. So, Anise, why don't you come on over and take carefully, the potatoes out. I'm going to move this to the other side. You can put that right there. There you go. I'm going to switch places with you. And these potatoes, I'm going to move this to the other side so it's not in the way. These potatoes I simmered in a little bit of water with some grapeseed oil and garlic just to get it softened and let it brown. We'll let the water evaporate, and we add a little butter just to get it nice and brown on the outside. Now we're going to smash it. So you can take that mug and use the towel, since the pan is hot, to hang on to it. And you can use the bottom of that to smash it. There you go, nice. Good job. Like I said, it's already got some garlic cooked in there, a little butter. Good. Very nice. We'll just scrape that off. I'll take that from you. You can add in some green onions. And if you want, you can always put cheese on top of that and let it melt on there. You can't go wrong with that. We're going to flip our ribeye steak. Let's see if it's had enough time to sear. Oh, look at that. That's the thing of beauty right there. That's gorgeous. See how it's got, the fat's got nice and crispy, and it's got a nice even color. So we're going to let that continue to sear on that side. Then we can even take it and stand it up and sear the edges. And Jordan, you're going to finish up with our other side dish. You can put that in the, right there. This is some sauteed kale, collard greens, and a little red bell pepper with some garlic. And I put a little water in there. You can use chicken broth or whatever kind of vegetable stock you like to wilt it. Let the water cook off and just saute it around. And we can squeeze in a little lemon juice. Use your fingers, like hold it like that, right. Use your fingers to catch any seeds. There you go. Let the juice come through and catch any seeds. Good job. And there's just a little salt and pepper in there, the garlic, a little canola oil, and the lemon juice, and that's going to be great. You can use that black spoon to stir it around. Beautiful. All right, good job. Here, put that and put that back. You can empty that out in the sink there. Just, you gonna take it off? Oh, I forgot we used them all. So, we're just about finished. The steak, since it's already rested in the oven, rested after we took it out of the oven, we don't have to let it rest again. So, we could let it sear on the edges for a while. And we'll let the onions cook in that beef fat that's coming off there. I'm going to shut the heat off because that's about done. I'm going to put it on our cutting board. Who wants to carve it? You want to carve it? No?
I'll do it.
You want to do it? Okay, we'll bring it over here so you can see. Okay. Now you could slice the bone all the way off, or just slice a few slices like that. And we'll take a look and see how it looks on the inside. Might need to hold it a little closer to the, there you go. Okay, beautiful. Lovely, that's pretty. I think that's good. We'll show it, and that is our finished steak. It's cooked to medium in the center there, so it's still pink, really moist and juicy, and it's a big steak, so we're going to share it. Do you like yours cooked more than that?
Yeah.
I do. So each of us likes our steak cooked a little more, some less. I like mine like this. But we can take some and put it back on the hot griddle.
We'll call it a piece.
You call this piece? And just let it sear for a little bit longer on both sides. That piece has a lot of fat, but it's good. And just let that finish. I like mine like that, so I'll be eating it that way. And that's really it. Dinner is done. Our sides are finished, and the kids did the cooking. So, thank you, kids. Keep going. I say thank you, kids. No, you're welcome?
You're welcome.
Thank you, kids. Y'all can't speak?
You're welcome.
Thank you, and let's eat. Bye.